Rod, a fantastic win this afternoon, 4-1 against Wealdstone. What was your assessment of the game this afternoon?
Yeah, I thought it was good value for 4-1. The game sort of had a little bit of a turning point in it with their goal, but we had to get in half time and reassess and put us back to what got us the 2 goals. Really, the 2 goals that we'd scored had been really 2 good goals. I'm not too sure their lad was meant to do whatever he had to do there, but it come off of wherever his shin or whatever, and I think obviously Ross didn't see any eyes. He didn't see that it was going to be a lob, so it's caught him unexpected, and it sort of brought game on. And a little bit disappointing. I said to Ainsley at half time, he's got to finish those. The one that's come in right on half time, that puts us back up to 3-1, and it gives us the margins again. So I sort of got into him at half time, told him it wasn't good enough. Basically, I think you see that they come out, and second half, I thought we Sham basically, put us 3-1 up, and I think after that it was a good display all round. They sort of pushed us back a lot with a lot of long balls and working off of that, and Whitlow in the hole. So we had to be a bit careful. But a couple of free kicks on the edges, but other than that, I mean, we could have certainly had another 3 or 4 goals here today if our composure was a little bit better.
You mentioned in your programme notes that it probably wasn't a bad thing having that 2-week break with the obviously us being knocked out of the FA Cup. You started like an absolute house on fire today. Could have killed the game off in the first 15 minutes as well. Yeah,
it's something that we've got here at Chelmsford. I think when we are on top, we are very, very good. I think if I could just, in a perfect world, take them chances, I could probably, rest a lot more than I have to in the dugout, because I can always see when we get a bit sloppy, there's always opportunities against us, and that's what concerned me. 15 minutes, I thought for 25 minutes today we was outstanding. We scored 2 good goals and we was totally in control of the game. And then all of a sudden, they've hit the post. That's a little wake-up call, and the players have got to register that's a wake-up call. And then all of a sudden you had the one when the kids hit just before half-time, and you think, wow, Jesus, this ain't in the script. If we'd have scored our goals when we was on top in the ascendancy, they'd be coming here and, they'd be 3-4-0 down at half-time, and it should be job done. But at 2-1, it's a real awkward scoreline to come in, and it's a horrible scoreline. Because I really believe the old cliche in football, the next goal could win the game. If they get that, it's 2-2 now. We look at that thinking you're 2-0 up, and why are we in this position? As it proved, we got the third and basically took the game away from them. So it was important that we started bright second half, and I thought we'd done that. Credit to Wealdstone, they kept going. Dangerous on throws and set pieces, as you can see. Greeny's got a great delivery from corners. Hunt's got a long throw, so that causes a few problems in the first half. And anything outside the box, I was always a little bit worried that they've got the ability to drop one in the top corner. So fortunately today that never happened. 4-1, I wouldn't say it flatters us at all. I think it was a good scoreline, and I think it was a good performance, and I'm still looking for perfect performances. And as a manager, that's going to be tough. But the boys are honest, they're great lads, and I do give them a few volleys, and we do have a few words at times, but they know I'm here for the right reasons, and I want us to do well.
Jonathan Wright obviously has gone and scored that absolute wonder goal from 40-odd yards out, right on half-time. Not the best time to concede a goal, is it? But then your lads have come out with a perfect response, scoring with Shamir Mullins 7 minutes into the second half. You can't ask for more than that, can you?
I'd like to speak to Johnny, because I know Johnny of old from the Workington days and whatever, and if he did mean that, then I'd shake his hand and I'd be the first to go to the bar, because that's a hell of a strike if it was meant to be. To me, I just thought he looked up and it looked like he was trying to play someone in, and just caught it, and the pace behind the ball just done the rest of it, because I cannot believe that he's gone for that effort that far out. And if he has, it's exquisite, and good luck to him. But yes, it could have changed the game. It could have made it more difficult. What disappointed me was the one with Ainsley, as I just said. If he scores that, I think that brings the game back in our favour massively. But 2-1 at half-time, I've seen sides sort of fold off for the back of that, because goals change games, and at the end of the day, if all of a sudden they score that one, we don't start well second half, and it's 2-2, it's game on then. And I do put a lot of pressure on my players. I don't like the little mistakes that give teams chances, and unfortunately we're not the finished article. We probably won't be at this level, but we can't sit on our laurels. You know, I needed us still to hold the ball up right the way till 45, 46 minutes. I needed us to get nice and tight in areas. I needed us to make sure that best way to defend is keep the ball in their half, and I felt we was allowing them to get too much ball in, you know, with the last 10, 15 minutes of the first half, and I think that sort of alarmed us. And as I say, I think the goal was just the icing on the cake, really, that it gave me really a good team talk to now bring the players back down to reality and say, listen, this is fine margins, this is now what's happened on the back of us not seeing 45 minutes in with a consistent performance. So the boys learned from that, and I just said, right, now second half, now we've got to really come out the blocks and go and get these goals again, and we managed to do that. So overall, great win, you know, and fantastic crowd here today. I'm so pleased to see, you know, this Melbourne Park with 1,460 odd. I know there was kids here today, which is fantastic to see them. I would do everything that the club needs to try and bring these kids to these games, because I do spend a lot of time with them when they're out there and, you know, clapping your hand and whatever before you go out. And it was fantastic today. And these are the gates that we need, you know, whether there were so many free comps or not, I'm not interested. You look around the whole place and it looked like, you know, that it was banged out. And that's what this is what this football club's got. So we need to know how to maintain them supporters and how we can keep pushing it forward, because if we do go in the league at some stage over the next 2 or 3 years above, you know, we just prove that we can get some good gates here, no problem.